Hi, welcome back. We are live again. We left off at quite the cliffhanger at that commercial break. Bummer we didn't have commercials. Check out our sponsors. And we have a very seat edge type moment from Alice.
Yeah.
Alice, if you would like to take it away.
Yeah, she's moved. Umiko sort of moves around the side of them so that she's facing them exactly on. And she sort of crouches down, not touching the ground with her hands, but she starts to curl her toes and draws all of the water out of the earth and just starts pulling it, almost like she's physically pulling it up. And she reaches out to these mechs and starts to create a sphere. But this sphere isn't water. It's a full, huge sphere that she starts to encase them in, and it's a pressure sphere. So as if you've gone straight into the deepest depths of the water, she's going to try and physically crush them.
It harkens back to the technique she's used on a couple of the red scarves now, by just putting balls of water around their heads, but to a more epic scale.
Yeah, this isn't water.
No.
You can't see water at all. This is like she's physically moving her hands, and as she does, the sphere itself.
It's so strange because you see these mechs just starting to they're looking at you, and then you see the cracks in the glass across their lenses, and you see the metal begin to crush together as these two mechs start to compress, and there's a squeal, like a whining sound, as this pressure just rends them both.
She's physically doing it. She's finding it difficult. Like her face is stressing, and when it gets to the last bit, she just pushes as if she's pushing it down back into the earth to crush them just as low as she can.
And they do. They are just flattened by this pressure. Completely, they're compressed. They're completely out of shape. The glass has broken. The plates of metal have splintered apart. They look nothing like what they began, and they're unmoving.
She sort of lets go and shakes her hands and starts jumping up and down again, like to get the energy flowing, and looks up at the sky. She's like, I promised I wouldn't use that again, but this feels important. And she starts running again towards the next lot.
Mare ducks out a little bit towards and points his crossbow towards the sky, taking aim at one of the smaller bird-like creatures. Thankfully, these aren't like the large birds that you faced at the tower. Those were awful. But these are smaller, still pains in the butt as they start swooping down. And he takes aim with a crossbow, and with the roll that I made for him, with several threes, takes aim and completely shoots one out of the sky. Then he ducks back in and says, "Great job!"
She doesn't hear it. She's still running, talking to herself, just like, okay, keep running.
That's okay. He's just gotten enough flack for not being supportive. He's gonna try really hard. Skylar, Sierra, what are the two of you up to?
Well, after I just saw Umiko bolt off and then crush those mechs, and realizing that I'm now alone out here, like on the ground, I'm gonna frantically look around to see if I see any other ones in the area.
Yeah, so the closest one to you is the cat-like mech, and you also see the bear that you faced before not far behind.
Oh shit. Okay. Hey, I'm gonna look up the tree. Hey, Fen. Do you? Oh, I think she's busy. Oh, I think they're busy.
Yeah, they're riding on the back of a cat Mech
Yep.
right now. Totally busy.
I'm going to dash. Okay, I guess I've dealt with this one before, so maybe I can again. And I'm going to run at the bear.
Okay. Go for it. What are you doing?
I'm like, everyone else is fighting these except for me, and I feel like I'm being useless, and I need to prove that I am useful, and I'm heating up my hands as I dash up to the bear, and hopefully I can surprise
saying
it.
all of that as you're running towards this bear?
Yes, this is
Bless. Okay.
I'll prove to all of them that I'm useful, and I am more than useful. I am their leader, and then I will throw my hands.
Okay.
Onto this bear.
Yeah, are you trying to melt its face again? Because that's what you've done before. Or are you like
I
taking
am
a different
trying
path?
to melt its face off. I want its face to be dripping.
Okay. Let's say that this is a flames challenge of 3 then.
Okay. So, that's 3, and then I'm going to use, I'm going to use my burning hands thing. I'm trying to find it. And, I wish I had. Oh man, I really chose very unuseful things.
You just built your character differently and then made her like the head of the saving the world squad.
I take it back.
It's fine.
I'm gonna actually invoke one of my flaws.
Okay.
Pushing limits. You get carried away easily with your aspirations. You're often tempted to push your own goals in your own limits in pursuit of your goals.
Okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do, since I already called the challenge, I like this. So what I'm gonna do is give you this flames challenge of 3 to kind of like take with you. If you want to use it to like either bring a challenge level down, like if it's a challenge level 4, or pass automatically on a flames 3 or 2 challenge, you can. So keep that in mind. But yes, you do fail. And the way this looks is you charge forward, just like yelling and pep talking yourself, and you put your hands on the face of this mech, and it just bucks you clear free of it. As you land, skidding across the ground, your mind is just filled with flashes, imagery, a scene. Oh no. You see a scene of this mech. You see it patrolling. You see it walking the same path through the decay. Time passes quickly. The sun is moving up and down in the sky, and this mech follows the same path. You sense the orders it's getting. You sense the whatever this code is, whatever is telling it to do this, is somewhere off in the center of the decay. And this mech follows orders, just like it should. And then you realize you're staring up at the branches of these trees, and you have never seen a vision of a machine before. Skylar, what are you up to?
I think if Skylar had popcorn in the tree, she would be eating it. So,
Bring this to life.
in fact, she may have some granola or something in her bag that she was nervous eating before they arrived. because she's a little bit too much based on myself. Moving on. Okay.
I think that's great. Yeah. Granola, sure.
Tree bark, leftover bark from last night.
What am I doing?
Yeah, so mid chew, she is like staring at all this, and then she's like, wait, I'm supposed to be focusing. And she is specifically kind of looking and waiting for the big boy to show up. She has her like marching orders, right? And so she's like waiting for that and almost trying to like draw up the energy she knows she's going to need.
You see the second foot makes landfall. It's still a good distance from you, but it's visible.
Can I get a feeling for what foot is gonna move next? Where?
I'm gonna say, roll me a Flames Challenge 2 to kind of pick up the pattern that this mech is following, and that will essentially benefit you for the next round.
Okay, and can I read the Dynama to do that? Like, read it, basically.
Yeah, I think that since you feel such, like, sway in the Dynama right now, that ordinarily you might not be able to, but right now you can.
Okay, so I'm gonna use that and my Flames character to give me 5 for this.
Okay.
Ooh, and I'm gonna reroll that. And that's 3.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. That'll do it. And you get the sense there's a rhythm to how this thing moves. And as you watch and as you feel and as you wait, you start to pick it up. Fen. You are riding this mech.
I am.
What you doing?
Did I see what happened when Skierrla went running for the bear?
Yes, yeah. You saw Skierrla just flung wide, basically.
Okay. Is it going after her?
Yes.
Okay. Originally, it was the plan was to take on the other cat, but I think that is the priority now, the bear one. So I'm gonna steer this thing over there and launch some attacks.
Okay. Okay.
And also
yeah.
just try and get between it and Skierrla.
Okay. So how are you going to do this?
As far as I can tell from like the description, it just says I can use the like weaponry of the machine. I feel like Ben has only done this like once before, and it was like one of these little tracker things just to see like you could joystick it around. So this one is a bit more complicated, I think, but at least movement is a thing that they're very confident in telling this thing to do. And yeah, I think it's just a matter of like pulling things in the direction that they want it to go.
Okay. Yeah. This mech responds to you fluidly as you essentially override its controls and manipulate it as you desire. You turn it towards the next threat.
All right. And I get the feeling that it's more like point it towards the thing, and then it's kind of like programming / instincts take over, And Fen's just like along for the ride.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. Because that's very true. It has programming built in, coding for days, and so it launches itself at this bear, completely knocking it off its path as it's lumbering towards Skierrla. And there's again the grating of metal as this cat-like creature lands on its back. I would like you to roll me just a dexterity challenge of 2 because hanging on is a little bit difficult.
Right. Oh no, I didn't open the character sheet today.
Oh no.
Un momento. Okay. I don't think there's much I can really add to it. I think definitely the like quick reflexes and acting under pressure one is right now.
Okay.
I'm going to propose something where with the kind of like battle instincts one, where it's all about knowing how to challenge machines like on their turf.
Okay.
And kind of knowing the way that this thing is going to move.
Okay.
And the word is not coming to me, but
that kind of intuition of
yeah. Having the intuition of like how it's going to move, how it's going to land, so as to hang on.
Okay. Sounds good.
Cool. So that is 2. So regular 3, and then plus that 2 is. What am I looking for again? 3s?
Yeah, 3s, unfortunately.
Yike. I'm gonna reroll this.
Okay. Okay. Really good intelligence roll. You can see what that 6 is. Oh, bummer.
Yikes.
Would you like to use another reroll?
The question is, if I let go of this thing, will it stop? Or will it return to its hostile form? It's not like super specific, but I feel like I don't know.
Make me an argument.
I think once it's not something that Fen has like in like a programming kind of way, like in Horizon you have like upgrades to the sphere, whereas in this case I think it is almost like rewiring it until it breaks down, and it does have a time limit. So not the time limit on like the control, but the time limit on how long it is active. So it's only, I think it does significant damage to it that it just kind of frazzes out after a minute. So it won't necessarily, like, Fen won't be able to direct it anymore, but it will still be like a friendly ally.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
Okay.
It's rewired. You don't have to stay in physical contact with it.
Okay. Then Fen was very confident for a moment and then goes flying off. Not quite flying, because the last roll was not like a strike, but at least like, oh god, I'm falling. And probably lands like next to Skierrla.
Yeah, thud across the ground kind of thing. It does hurt a bit. Go ahead and mark 1 wound from this roll. But as you just kind of like thud across the ground, it just kind of like twists your back, right? Like, you know, it just tweaks it weird. And it hurts.
Like knocks the wind out of them for a second.
But you're doing okay. It just, you do thud across the ground right next to Skierrla.
They're like, hey,
This isn't good.
better than it could be.
And this cat collides with the bear, and they are just like gnashing teeth against each other, basically metal on metal, and it's hard to really see through the flashes of just silver and red and blue from their lenses. Umiko, you have just crushed these mechs. What's the next part of your plan?
So what is left after that?
There is a second cat, and there is the cat and bear that are just like totally, and then there are like 2 birds and the big and
Welcome to the academy. Please take your seats.
the biggin. That's what it's gonna be called.
It's thinking in the head of Umiko and not in the head of Alice. That's the problem.
Yes.
I think she's gonna start climbing the big one. I'm sorry, Umiko is not logical. She has no social skills.
Okay.
2 back-to-back nights, Alice's character has ruined the plan.
I did not ruin the plan. Strahd is an asshole and I had to tell him. Okay? He died in the end, Kelly.
Yeah, okay. You, I guess, run towards one of the legs and start climbing?
Yeah, she's not attacking it or anything yet. She's literally trying to climb it to get
Literally just climbing. Yeah, wherever the metal has like overlap, there's like a little bit that you can kind of get your toes on and cling to, and then like...
She's climbed a lot of things, not necessarily a mech, normally trees.
Yes.
And other stuff, but...
Let's go. Okay, so this is... I want to say this is a stones challenge because it's like feat of athletics. But if you've climbed trees before, stuff like that will make it just a stones challenge of 2.
Okay, so just straight up roll 3d6.
Yep.
I forgot what stones are, so...
Stones are none of those.
Yeah, can I re-roll, please?
4s, yeah, 4s or 6s are what you'd be looking for.
And I can't add anything to this, can I?
No, unless you have something, but that'll get you something maybe. Roll the 6 again.
Something.
Oh, so close.
I suck at climbing.
Okay. Would you like to try again, or are you content with that?
I think
By content may be a strong word, yeah.
It's moving, so I think she'd struggle.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you are climbing, but it's slow progress, and every time it takes a step, it doesn't seem to notice you're there, right? And like with the trackers gone, the other mechs don't seem too focused on your approach. Speaking of cat mechs, though, mine started prowling in on my bed. I was really worried, but she settled down at the foot of it, so I think we're good. And so every time it takes a step, it's easy to lose your footing and slide a little bit. So you're just like clinging with your fingers and toes, but you're starting your trek up this foot. Mare just kind of like sees this happen and looks over to Skylar and says, "Am I supposed to be supportive of this?"
No.
Umiko, what are you doing?
I create chaotic characters, okay, guys? I need to control myself.
Mare just like yells, "What are you doing?" as he takes aim with his crossbow and shoots another one of the bird mechs out of the sky. I'm gonna just roll those 2d6 again just to see. Okay, this is not an epic success. He might have killed 2 birds with 1 shot, if you know what I mean. But good Mare.
Good Mare. That needs to be on a t-shirt.
Good Mare. Yeah, he shoots another bird out of the sky and then ducks back into cover. Skierrla, you have been thrown. Fen has just landed next to you. What do you do?
Oh, I try to get up as fast as I can after Ben and I had that little exchange. And I look around and I see this fight happening in front of me. And then what else do I see? What else am I looking at right now?
Yeah, so you see this tussle, the cat and the bear. The other cat is prowling closer towards you. A bird falls out of the sky with a crossbolt. Crossbolt? Sure.
Crossbow bolt. There we go.
I'm just combining words. I'm being
Oh yeah,
efficient.
no, like
Making it
who even
faster.
needs like 3 words when you can have like 1? Yeah.
Exactly. A crossbolt in it. It falls out of the sky, and then you see Umiko on like the leg of this biggin.
Decisions. Hey, Skylar. Okay, can I shout to Skylar?
Yes, you can. Sure.
Hey, Skylar. You take care of Umiko. I'll take care of the cat.
Okay, I thought I was supposed to be taking care of the giant mech, but I don't know how to do both. It's fine. Everything's gonna be fine.
And
Okay.
I'm gonna sprint towards the cat.
Okay.
Burn its face off.
And again, it's gonna be like the same thing. It's gonna like it would if this was a movie. It would be like the same shot of me sprinting towards
Okay.
this cat. I'm gonna prove all of them wrong. And like the same monologue. I have to prove to all of them that I can do this and that I am strong, just that they are, and they doubt me, but I am their leader.
Okay. Yeah. That same pep talk as you run. Go for it.
And then I will auto success.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. What with your? Yeah, I think you can do that.
Because I just did the flames challenge flaw.
Yeah, so I think if this would be a flames challenge, sure, that'll auto success it.
I mean,
Why
I was
not?
gonna do the same thing, like the same
Yeah.
exact thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
go for it.
Kitty.
Kitty, this cat was just like started like prowling, and like, you run towards it and just like press your hands against its face, and its face just melts off. That's it.
Is it
That's all I
still,
got.
like,
That's what you
is
do.
It's still thriving. Like it's still just like living its best life and like.
Yeah. And it's still moving slightly underneath you, which is strange. But you have done quite a bit of damage. You see kind of like sparking in and around its machine, but it does like push against you. And like continue moving in that same prowl, which is like a little bit creepy, because its face is melted off. But yeah, success. Doing a great job, Skierrla.
I'll look over my shoulder at Fen. Did you see that, Fen? And then I'll like with like the metal like dripping off my hand, like look at Fen, like
Like laying down. Yep.
Skylar, what's the plan now that the plan is out the window?
Skylar is gonna use her signature move to fly Umiko to the top of the mech.
Okay. Okay.
This is craziness.
Okay. How does this look? I'm gonna say you can use it, right? Like this is a magical effect. But I mean, it's not like faith, trust, and pixie dust, right? Like, so
Yeah.
how are you doing this?
So, I think Skylar has always done some very like literal, like she's a very like literal person, like she's a very factual person. So every time she uses the Dynama, she actually like pictures something happening, and that's kind of how it happens. And so you actually like see from the tree that she kind of like basically is playing the claw game. like
Okay.
like
Yeah.
you see like these like golden hand like appear in the Dynama and kind of grab Umiko by the back
Wait, what?
and it's like picking
By
her
the
up.
Umiko overalls.
Yeah, by the
Just-
overalls. And Skylar's actually doing it too. She's like and like tries not to drop her too hard on the top.
you know those
Oh.
cats that hate being picked up. That's Umiko right now.
Okay, I think that this is a similar effect to your rope effect, but from
Yeah.
this like claw-like perspective, and because it's your signature move, it goes off fairly without a hitch. I'm gonna actually kind of mix things up. Alice, can you roll me dexterity challenge of 2 just to make sure
Just
you land
how about you
okay?
land?
I'd flail. I would flail. She doesn't know what's happening.
Right.
Can I add anything to it, or is it just a? I always get this mixed up.
Yeah, because it's a challenge of 2 and you're a dexterity character too, so you have some
It would just be
things
animal-like
to go off of.
reflexes with 6th sense for danger, but this isn't danger. Does that work or not?
Yeah, yes, because
You're
you're
in danger.
Oh yeah, no, but I mean, like Umiko's like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, the F word's a big danger right now.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, so that was nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll that. I think I've got one left.
Cool.
There we go.
Much better. If you want to re-roll those just to see.
Oh, okay. Hang on one more.
Yeah. Okay, that is an epic success. So flailing, sure, but like
I can flail, but I'm you know when you hold dogs just above water.
That's perfect. Yes. And you land okay atop this giant mech, which is moving towards the forest or moving through the forest. You can feel it under you, but like you can move okay to like stay atop it.
Is there anyone on top of here with me?
No.
Okay.
You're the only one there.
No, I meant if one of those other people were there as well.
I know exactly what you meant.
Yeah, she's gonna steady herself briefly and probably go look over the other side to see where Fen is, because I'm trying to help them get up here as well.
Okay. Yeah, Finn is down on the ground, still on their back, giving Skierrla a thumbs up.
Just see like the head poke over off Umiko, like
Your friend is like looking over Tira, looks up and is just like, what? Why?
okay.
Mare looks over to Skylar. Are you okay? Are you hanging in there?
Who I think she had she wanted to get in this tree to begin with because she knew if she passed out, at least she wasn't gonna pass out like next to a mech. So she's propped herself up in a spot where he might see that she's kind of like passed out a little bit, but she's kind of coming back and like has like slumped into like a branch, like the crook of a tree. She's like, I'm fine. It's
Hold on
okay.
tight.
Mm-hmm.
And Fen, you look up and see Umiko looking down at you from the top of this mech. What you doing?
Under their breath, just like, I swear to God.
She's not smiling and waving. If anything, she
No,
looks
it's just like.
Yeah.
And you hear a very sleepy Skylar be like, "See, I told you I can make her fly."
Well, there's okay, so the other prowling cat mech,
The one
It's
with its
still
face
going.
melted off?
yes, does it seem like it could still see?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, its lens is completely gone. Melted onto Sierra's hands, actually. But the mech is still moving forward. It just
Okay.
doesn't seem to have a sense of its surroundings.
Right, so it's just going like in the same direction as the big one, as they're just like on a track or something.
Yeah.
Okay. How high up is the big one? Like, is it like I know they're
High.
big, but
Yeah,
is
so
skyscraper big
Umiko-
or
Umiko is now above the tree line.
okay,
Yeah.
great, cool. Oh geez, I'm trying to think if I could use this one to like get up there, or if I should just try and climb myself. I will probably no, I'll take out this last one. That's yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go and try and attack this this cat one. In a similar way to the tracker before, just like go for the like wiring that would keep it up and moving, since
Okay.
it's like sparking already. I can see like where it's taken a bit of damage,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm a little like perturbed by the fact that it's not doing anything else. It's just like on a path and not noticing anyone.
Yeah.
Like, that's weird. Let's just make that stop.
Okay.
And yeah, avoiding footfalls.
Yeah, that'll give you, I mean, your standard mech attacking array, which is basically what Fen is maxed out for.
Mm. Okie dokie. So, it's always 6. So, I'm just real smart tonight. That's what this is.
You really are just like,
I just want to see what the 6 becomes. That's never mind. Okay.
yeah, because it could have been a success, but it was not.
hmm.
So, what would you like to do?
Is it just a 2? A challenge of 2?
It is just a challenge of 2, yeah.
All right, then I'm gonna use one of my single rerolls and see if that helps.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Done. Okay. Yes. How do you go about this?
I think I'll then like gets up and looks a little, like takes a second to observe it, and how it's where it's sparking from. Like, definitely the damage was to its face, and so I think there is sort of a vital like connection that runs like from the lens to like the core.
Yes.
And so I think I'd go for that, essentially. Like,
Okay, and it's similar to how you tore into the back of the other one
mhm.
to override it. So, you do, And as you reach into this mech, essentially, it shudders and creaks to a slow stop mid-crawl, and just seems to stop entirely.
Okie dokie. And from there, I guess I'm gonna try and start climbing one of these legs, because I don't know what else to do right now.
Okay, yeah, I'll say...
The other two are battling it out.
Before you walk away, Sierra's definitely like, I had it under control, Fen.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to finish something off, not leave anything untied.
Yeah, and you head towards the leg of this thing. Umiko! You're on top of the world.
Yeah, she's
Wow.
looking down towards if Fen is going to try and climb up and is like holding a hand out.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a little bit before Fen can make it up. You see them take down this other mech and start running towards the leg.
Okay, so how many mechs are still up other than the biggie?
There's the biggie, and then there's the bear and the cat, which are just like tussling still.
Okay.
The bear is looking wounded, but the cat is outright sparking, and you can see that some of its plating is gone.
Okay. Okay. I think Umiko would. So is Sierra in any danger? Is she near these things, these creatures?
No, Sierra was close to the one that Fen just took down.
Okay. I think she would hang on then just for a moment. If no one's in immediate danger, she would hang on, maybe try and lower herself down just a tiny bit. Like if she could hook her legs onto something and then like slide down and reach down a bit to reach Fen.
Yeah. So you see essentially these ridges that you can kind of like use as to kind of like prop yourself up and stay up here. And you kind of like settle in, pushing off of this metal to like stay put. Mare, yet again, ducks out of the tree, because I forgot to mention the bird. I've just left those to Mare this whole time. And just like been like, okay, it's fine. That's the plan that we're sticking to, right? And he does not do well, but I have a bajillion rerolls. So you know what? He was doing so well before. We'll see what we can do. Okay, that'll do it. Reroll the 6. But he ducks out and he shoots the last of these birds out of the sky. And then he just kind of like slides out of the tree. Basically like kind of sticks his feet on the side and like slides down, boots hit the ground, and he runs over to check on Skylar. What is happening?
I just see Scratch sleep over the bed.
She's being really bad.
I can tell. At least mine is being so good.
Mine is not good.
That was hilarious.
Mine is worse than the
Funny
mech.
to see. Yeah. So, wow, Sierra.
A salty Sierra will turn away from the corpse of this creature that she had under control,
Of course.
and she, seeing everything that's happening, will run up to join the others by the giant mech, and yeah, and so where's Fen right now?
Fen
Climbing.
running towards one of the legs, yes, to begin a climb.
Yeah. No, I'm also gonna dash right up. And maybe climb. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out once I get there.
Wow, yeah. Okay, sure. You take off that direction. Since this is like effectively the action on your turn, you're able to kind of like pass Fen up as you run past, and
Okay.
one of this like massive leg sets down in front of you.
Oh, whoa, that was close. Umiko!
Pretty just to see that head pop out like, yes!
Do you have everything under control up there?
And she just looks around at everything that's going on. I wouldn't say fully. But it's okay. Fen's coming up now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And Skylar, how are you doing?
Skylar is seeing everyone run to this mech, and the thought going through her head is, oh god, they're gonna die on the top of that thing, and I'm gonna be here in a tree. So she's... There's the one flying bird mech left.
No, Mare just took that
Mare
down.
did get it.
Yeah, and he's now at the base of your tree.
So she's gonna look down to Mare and be like, help me get down from here.
Okay. He like
Just
reaches.
if I fall, just catch me. I'm not that-
I think sure, just fall.
Trust fall. And she's
Okay.
gonna kind of like stumble her way out of the tree.
Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. Quick check to see how he does. He does fine. He catches you okay. It's not like it's a comfortable thing, but you land in his arms and he kind of like awkwardly sets you down upright and just like keeps an arm around you as you like find your footing.
Thank you. I appreciate it. If they're all gonna climb on the top of that thing and get hurt and we're down here, I think we're gonna be kind of mad at ourselves.
Yeah, so is the new plan to climb to the top of that thing? Because I do have some criticism about that.
I know, I do too, but my only other option is to like break it from the ground somehow and then they're all gonna fall off.
Yep, I see your point. So do we climb a leg? You're in no condition to climb a leg. What? No.
I did the thing once. I did the thing like 3 times the other day and I was fine. I mean, I was alive. I mean, I was, I
climbed a mech.
Yeah, but it was just once.
Walk in a straight line.
Should I roll a check for that?
I'm gonna make you roll a dexterity check for it, yeah. It's just gonna be a dex check to see how you do. Roll a 3 or a 6.
I'm fine.
Okay. He does not look happy. But he also doesn't look like he's going to fight you right now.
And she looks at him, she's like, Mare, if we don't take that thing down, I'm not gonna survive either way. And if it takes my friends down, that's gonna hurt too. We have to do something to help.
Okay, just don't get yourself killed, okay?
Okay.
And he'll walk with you over towards, or I guess you're not like strolling over to the legs of this mech, but yeah, jauntily. Yeah, he'll go with you, following just behind. And I need to go to the bathroom. Which is not anything. But it is the top of the round, so I think I'm gonna like duck out and go as quickly as I can.
Can
I
I
have
reach Fen at this point and we describe that?
Finn's gotta roll me a stones challenge of 2 to get up there, as if that's gonna be hard for Fen. So yeah, Fen, roll that honor
Okay.
system. I'm gonna DM honor system it.
I mean, I need to go too.
Oh no! Wait,
It's
no.
okay,
If you
Emika's got
seriously need to
this.
go, we're gonna take a quick bathroom.
Okay.
Bye.
It is
you want-
midnight.
Take a break. I know. I've never needed to go to the bathroom during Dynama before. Like, not even kidding. Never.
Between me and Jay, we can keep Chad entertained forever.
Go for it.
Okay, so
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna take a 5-minute break, guys.
Okay.
yeah, we'll be back in a second.
BRB. BRB. Hi, welcome back to the top of the round and the end of our bathroom break. Thank you for sticking with us. This is Dynama season finale. We left and Fen had just reached the base of this mech and it's their turn. So let's do a little climbing challenge, shall we? Climbing is going to be a stones challenge of 3 to get to the top of this mech, and that's the same as Umiko's, I believe. I'm gonna make it 2 because Umiko climbs a lot. Anyway, point is, stones challenge of 3 to make it to the top of this mech. Any stones climbing related abilities apply.
That's what I'm looking at. I think really the only one that I can add that would make sense is the acting under pressure one.
Okay. Plus you are Stone's character.
Yeah.
So that gives
So
you.
that's fine. Ooh.
Rough. Want to
Yikes.
re-roll that 6 and see what happens?
Sure. Well,
Yeah,
we're
re-roll it
getting
again.
better. Okay. So
Okay.
2.
That-
Well, would the strikes still count against it?
Yes.
Okay.
You would get a strike essentially.
Yeah. I have one more reroll.
Okay. Would you like to use it?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Re-roll those 6s.
At least there's not the 2 ones.
Yes. This will still hurt.
I have another d6.
You have d6s.
I
It's not
do.
to use a
2.
d6.
I've got a couple. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. So, not very
So-
fast, but it doesn't hurt me.
Okay. Yeah, that works. Yeah, that's very smart. Well done.
I don't want to fall.
No, I know. That's good. Reroll the strikes. May as well. Okay. So you begin climbing. And every time you think like you can grab on with your metal arm, it slides. So this is slow going, slow process as you start to make your way up to the top. And every time it takes a step, you get jolted a little bit further away. Umiko. Are you still bracing yourself?
Yeah. She's sort of hooked on but reaching down for Fen at the same time.
This little like divot that you kind of like found yourself in, that you've kind of braced yourself against as you watch Fen begin to make the climb, shifts and gives way as this metal opening, like it like goes down and slides over, and a large gun emerges from it.
What, like, so I fall off it, or?
No, because like you've been braced, so like the bottom of it like gives out and moves over, but you still are braced. However, now there's basically a gun in your face. So that is like an understatement for the weapon of this proportion on this mech.
Cannon?
Yeah, a cannon? I was gonna say. Like,
It's still a gun. It's just a big one.
Large gun.
It's just a big one.
I think her eyes widen as just. Fen, there's a slight problem.
Do we even know what a gun is?
Yes. Because they are outfitted on some mechs.
Okay.
Some larger, more dangerous mechs,
What
yeah.
if we know guns? what are they firing? Like, is it bullets or is it lasers? What is it they're firing?
Yeah, it's bullets.
Then Umiko is gonna just like sort of move around so she's not in the front of it but kind of at the side, shoves her hand inside and just starts filling it with water.
Okay.
I don't know if this uses gunpowder or whatever, but she's gonna try soak it. This either way could be an entrance in.
Okay. Wait, do you stick your hand in the gun or in
At the edge, like she's
Okay.
she has to direct it.
Right. Okay.
I'm about to lose an arm.
Interesting. I just yeah, okay. Roll me. Gosh, I don't even know what this would be. I'm gonna say this is like a flames challenge to try and get this done, but this is hard. So flames challenge of 4.
Okay.
Okay. And from the ground, the rest of you can see this huge gun emerge, and Umiko like okay. That is 2. That is 3.
It just keeps coming.
That's 4. Okay.
Umiko is mad.
Finally. 4, 5.
He's just screaming and forcing this water at high pressure.
Challenge of 4.
She's just screaming and forcing this high pressure water with her head facing the other way into this cannon.
Yeah, okay, you do that. Golly gee, yeah, this is an epic success. Alice, what does this look like? Because, golly gee, if I know.
She starts off hanging on and then she ends up having to swing herself round in front of it so that she's sort of bracing herself with her feet and just with both her hands holding on, she is forcing at high pressure just this water into this gun, whether it just makes it null and void or she hopes that it can break through circuits.
Yeah, okay, so what I think is it's gonna start like kind of like coming out through some of the cracks in between the metal plates, and that gives you the sense that whatever you're doing, it's working, and you might not lose an arm.
Yeah, she sort of looks down and is like, I think I got it!
The rest of you see Umiko in front of this gun and see a similar gun on the other side of the mech emerge from the top of the plating. Mare is following Skylar and gets to the leg of this mech, and because who even knows what they're doing anymore, he starts to climb and doesn't do well. He can't seem to find his footing, and as he just kind of, I don't know that this is gonna work, Skylar.
I got this. So in the past, all of her little rope tricks have not been signature moves. They've been just manipulating the Dynama.
Yes.
So can she make them rope and like a grappling hook?
Interesting. We're gonna see. Technically, it's Sierra's turn, so we'll touch base with her real fast to see, like, what her plan of action is.
Can Sierra attempt to dexterously scramble up the side, like kind of like do like a little running jump?
Dexterously scramble up the side of the giant mech.
Yeah, to get to the top.
Okay.
Like she can like do it in such a way that it's like, she's like,
You want it to be acrobatics instead of athletics.
And land.
Okay. So,
and there's a reason for that.
I think I just don't know if there's a way to do this with acrobatics
Okay.
because of the way these legs are shaped. Just
Fair.
like they're just kind of like straight up.
Yeah.
So there's no real great way to parkour it, which I'm all for. I just don't think it fits in this situation.
Gotcha. Okay. So, instead, Sierra's plan is to can Sierra hold her action?
Yes, sure, why
Okay.
not?
Yeah.
Skylar.
So can I try?
I think you can try. I think this would be very challenging. And are you going to try and do this for like everybody?
No, I mean, so I imagine that she's actually kind of like she's done before, kind of forming this rope and this grappling hook out of the Dynama.
Okay.
I think it's not gonna be strong enough or permanent enough to be used for all three of them that are still on the
Okay.
ground. I think
Yeah, it's
one, maybe two.
4 technically.
4.
I mean, well, Finn is not on the ground, but
Yeah,
they're
I thought
having
Finn
our-
was like partway up.
Yeah.
So maybe one or two of them.
Okay, yeah, I'll rule for maybe getting one up, but I think it's going to be very challenging because you've used it kind of like a lasso before, and this
Mhm.
time essentially you'd be pulling yourself just like with the Dynama.
Yeah.
So I would say this would be a Flames challenge of 4.
Okay. So I'm gonna have using my Dynama skill, and it's flame, so that's for me. And then can I use my moving courage here that I'm basically sheer stubborn and not easily frightened?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. So that's just gonna be the 2, so that's gonna be a 5. Ooh, this is nearly impossible.
Okay, that's 3 successes. Go ahead and re-roll those 6s. 4 successes, that'll succeed. 5 successes. And no. Okay, so close to an epic success, but not quite. But yes, you're able to essentially create this grapple of Dynama and begin to pull yourself up to the top.
And she's doing this like a climber would. So she's got like feet on the leg and like.
Okay, yeah, clearly you've got a better hang of this than I do. Mare's just kind of like backing up and trying to take stock of what to do.
And she's gonna be like, I don't think this will hold both of us, but you could always hop in a tree and place support from there. You're still like almost to the top. You know, maybe you could jump for it. I don't know.
As he's kind of like looking and trying to establish what he's going to do, the other gun fires. And he is tossed back as he's hit. Um,
Does it? Is he like? Does he? How does he look? Like, does he look like? Where was he hit?
I'm gonna. He looks like he is. It looks like he is alive. But it was a flurry of bullets all of a sudden, and so he is hurt badly.
So.
And I hate to say, but it's technically Fen's turn.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
We'll be back.
But Sierra did hold her action.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is true. You did, didn't you?
I did.
Silly me. You want to use that? Go for it.
Okay. So, Sierra will dash up to Mare and try to like scoop him up and like take him like away from the mech and just like away from like the vicinity.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me just like a strength check to see how this goes. 3 dice. You need a 4 or a 6. Okay.
I got 4.
Yeah, you're good. So you're able to kind of like drag him, but you do see that like this. There's essentially like a string of bullets that went up his side, and he just kind of like looks up at you. His head just kind of like lulls back as you start to drag him away. He goes, "Did I get hit?"
Oh yes, you did. Now, you stay awake and keep talking to me.
Okay.
How
does
you
this-
feeling?
Well, it feels like I got hit by a brick wall. Hey, you're not gonna put like more handprints all over me, right?
Oh, you sure as hell bet I am. And then she's gonna slam her hand onto the bullet.
God. He's like, I just, okay. He doesn't fight it. Are you just gonna try and like cauterize all of these bullet wounds?
I'm gonna like take her hand and like this time just like run it down the side so it looks like a claw.
Okay, this is going to be a flames challenge of 3. And we're gonna see how you do.
Cool.
Of course, you have your heated hands and whatever.
I sure do. I have my heated hands and whatever as well. I actually don't have whatever. So I just have heated hands. Yeah. No, I just have
Okay.
heated hands.
That's 4.
And what number are we looking for?
6s and 5s. So
Okay.
reroll that 6.
Okay.
Okay. So that will be a near miss. Would you like to try and reroll? Do you have rerolls?
I do have rerolls,
You do.
and I feel like there's a chance that I could just like roll worse.
There
and, like,
is.
I'm afraid
There
of it.
absolutely is.
Can I use like a plus d6 to like just roll one more die? Is that how that
Yes.
works?
Yeah, you can roll one more die. You would essentially re-roll a failure.
Yeah. So like I'll do that.
Okay.
There we go. And then I get
Okay.
to 1, 2, 6.
Okay.
Wait, is this like happening right now?
It might just.
It is.
Okay.
Okay, so it didn't quite pull an Umiko. But golly gee, the amount of 6s y'all have rolled on those. Okay, yeah. Those are weaves. Those are weave symbols. They're great. Let me get a die out. Anyway, okay. So you're doing okay. You just like heat up your hand and basically like run it down the side of his body. Weave. And he like screams. But I guess it kind of works. You have no medical knowledge, so kind of hard to say.
You'll
But,
thank me later.
But you don't see the bullet holes anymore.
I think it worked. How do you feel?
I feel a lot of things that I'm not gonna say out loud.
Okay, well, you're talking, and that's good. You stay here against this tree and don't move. Promise me you won't move.
Yeah, I promise.
Pinky
Ow,
swear.
I don't want to move.
Pinky
I'm
swear.
not gonna pinky swear you,
Pinky
Sierra.
swear, Mare. Pinky
No.
swear.
He's like, no.
Can I try to persuade him to pinky swear?
My side is never gonna look the same again.
No.
I had good abs.
Pinky swear, and then I'll just like go and grab his pinky.
Damn it!
And do I like see anything?
Yeah. So you've seen a vision of Mare before, and usually you don't see visions twice. But you do get the sense that you see him, because what you'd kind of seen was seeing him older, but fighting a machine. And you see that again.
Keep up the good work, and then I'll go and
It was like a scene this time, though, which is interesting because, like, last time it was just an image.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something there, but yeah. So, with that, I should like head back.
Okay. Yeah. Fen, what's up?
I guess I'm climbing. Do these guns look like just like on the side and just like pivot this way, or can they really like reach out and like under it?
Yeah, so they do look like they have pretty good mobility.
Okay. That is operating under the assumption that it will not shoot itself. So as long as they're climbing and on it, attached, maybe
Okay.
they won't be the like sole target, but yells back down the line, I suppose. If you're not coming up, take cover. And I'm gonna keep climbing.
Yeah. Mare's like, pinky swear. And go ahead and roll me a stones challenge again, just to see if you can do better climbing this time.
Okay. It was 5 before, so.
That is a 6. That is another 6.
It just keeps happening. Okay.
Okay. So you're doing okay. You're getting there.
Yeah.
Still not quite to the top
Oh.
yet.
Okay.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah.
Umiko.
What's this gun doing now that?
You have poured water into this gun. It does not look like it's moving at all, but its companion on the other side of the mech is.
And she sort of looks down at Fen and back. Like, should I go get the other one?
Yeah.
Okay. She starts sort of swings herself back up.
Okay. Your dexterity challenge to get on top of this thing was an epic success, so you're going to be able to move across just fine.
Okay.
And get to the other gun.
And she runs over to the other gun, and because it worked before, I think she'll just try and do it again.
Okay, it's going to be a challenge of 4 again.
Okay. What did I have for this? What did I roll before? Was it just 3?
You just rolled 3 and somehow got an epic success.
Okay. Can I use more than that, or is there, if it's just a check?
Well, it's a challenge.
Oh,
of
okay. I see.
4.
Okay.
So I think you technically could have rolled more than the 3 that you rolled.
Okay, I'll just roll 4 because I don't think like sleight of hand effectively is gonna do anything for this.
No, but the water will. So
Yeah.
Okay. 2
Okay.
6s. Reroll.
Oh my god, bless Mary.
Floating weaves. Wing, 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 wing. Okay, that's 3 successes.
How many did I need?
You need 4.
Can I... Hang on, how does this work? The D6? Because I think I've got a D6 left.
Yes, you can use a single reroll on a fail. On a failed roll.
Okay.
So, if you want to choose which failure to reroll.
Okay. Hang on, let's have a look. Let's just reroll.
Okay, and I'm gonna make a storyteller assumption and say that you rerolled the
One.
strike.
Okay, I'll say you pick whichever one you want. Because I think
Well,
in some
Probably your choice.
You pick
Would
whichever
get
one you want.
at some
but
point.
What?
I feel like she would get some damage at some point because she is very lucky right now.
Oh yeah. Okay. You sure. Narratively, for sure. This gun, as you're like making your way over to it, it swings towards you, and you kind of like you're able to get there. You're dexterous, and it worked before. And as you like start just fuddling it with water, this gun lets off just this pitiful shot, and a bullet sinks into your shoulder. Take 1 wound.
Yeah, I think if anyone can't see her, they'll definitely hear her just she just sort of withdraws her hand and probably falls back a bit, but tries to hold on with the other hand, and then just start funneling more water straight back in.
Mare is sitting against a tree and just hollers, "You're all doing great. I'll be over here." Again.
Pinky swear!
Pinky swear, Sierra. Good, Mare. And then it is Sierra's turn.
Sierra's gonna. Alright, this time she's gonna take a tactical approach. She's gonna take a look at this thing. Does it look like there's any, like, particular, like, weak spots or, like, access points or, like, just, like. Yeah. Like, it does.
You
What is.
see a rather large lens across the front of it.
Okay. And she's gonna kind of, just like in Mellowary, in episode 1, Sierra is going to run out in front of it and glow as bright as she can and be like, "Down here! Hey, down here!"
Okay, yeah. It like very slowly like tilts towards you so that its lens is facing you directly. Skylar, you've just reached the top of this mech. Umiko was near you and then made a run for the other gun.
And I think Tyler gets on top and she's breathing kind of heavily. And she sees Sierra glowing and she's just like, oh god. And she wants to get a scope of the layout of the top of this thing.
Okay. Yeah, roll me a quick perception check, please. So you're looking for a 3 or a 6.
Oh no.
Unfortunately,
Oh,
that
I've
is...
got rerolls. I'm gonna reroll that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that, you notice, as you kind of are scanning over, okay, so there are these weapons that have emerged from the top, and somewhere in between them, there is a decently sized hatch.
And she's gonna go up to this hatch and try and pry it open. And she does like have a standard like utility knife that you would have for cooking or whatever, and she'd probably try and use it to pop the lid open.
Yeah. You can essentially pry this open pretty easily. It actually looks like it's meant to open.
And what does it look like on the inside?
There's a ladder.
And she's gonna like shout like, Umiko, Fen! And like point down and then just start climbing down, whether or not they heard her.
Okay. Yeah. Fen. You did hear her. It's hard to see her from where you're at on like halfway up this leg. But if you want to roll me another stones challenge to see how you do, you can.
Here we go again. Alright. There's at least 2 successes. Not great.
Gosh, every darn time, huh?
Every time. I'm gonna use a d6 reroll.
Okay.
Not much better.
I am going to let you use one of my rerolls since I still have a ton, and I'm feeling sorry for you since it's
That's a good sign when the DM feels sorry for you.
You're literally the Stones character.
This is so sad. Like the full reroll or the d6?
Full reroll.
Okay.
I don't have any d6s. Okay, that's 2. Do you see? Oh, shoot.
I'll use another one of my rerolls. I have 2 presently, so I will.
Okay.
Please, dice gods, have pity.
Oh, the dice
It's
gods
even
do
worse.
not have pity. That's so bad.
Well, I'm gonna try and reroll that 1. Okay.
Okay. Well,
at least it's not a strike, but it's not any kind of success.
It is not a success.
Mm.
This machine takes another step. And as it like steps into the ground, it's a different step than you felt it take before. And in fact, it seems targeted. And as it stomps into the ground, you lose your footing and slide down to the bottom.
Great. Okay.
Okay. Umiko, you see Skylar.
Did I hear her say climb down?
You did, yes. You see her pointing and everything.
and she sort of pauses and yells back. He's like, "Is Fen down?" Like,
I think
that's-
Skylar's already climbed into the hole.
Yeah.
So she probably doesn't see it.
Yeah.
Probably heard like a yelp as
Just
Peek
as-
over the edge and just be like,
down.
oh,
sort
darn.
of duck
I
down
left
and
the
look
ground."
as he bends the
Yeah.
other side. And I think her arm really hurts right now, so it's gonna she's gonna agree start trying to climb down. I don't know if her grip's gonna be amazing because she was shot in the arm, but yeah, she's gonna start climbing down.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it does hurt, yeah, as you kind of climb down this ladder because it does use your arm, but you're able to kind of avoid that a little bit and
She uses it more to hook onto things rather than actual
yeah,
pulling or anything.
yeah, and you're able to kind of like get down behind Skylar as well. Mare. Mare sees Fen fall. Sees Fen fall and can no longer see Skylar or Umiko atop the mech. And he looks at Sierra and makes full eye contact as he pushes himself up to standing position. Staggers forward. And just suddenly a burst of energy releases and it goes forward in a wave, just missing Fen as it strikes above at this mech. And with a shattering sound, just this pure light, this pure energy, this Dynama strikes the mech and it staggers. This wave hits each leg one at a time. And the mech falls. Fen, if you could roll me like a dexterity check just to see that you make it out of the way, okay. Sierra, you're fine.
now I get the force.
Sorry, that's so funny. Would you like to re-roll that?
Yeah.
Okay. I recommend it. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
You're able to kind of like dive out of the way as this thing crashes down, and the like body of the mech lands hard, knocking several trees over. And Sierra, Mare crashes to the ground beside you. He's unconscious, but his pinky is out like this.
I love this boy.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, it is actually.
Oh, okay. Well, that works out nicely. All right. I like check his pulse. Like, is he breathing? Is he okay?
Oh no, he doesn't have one.
Oh, I'm all right. I was saving this for my actual friends, and then I'm going to
I love Sierra.
You used the F word!
and then she's going to use her signature move.
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
gonna be a big glowing ball of heat. A ball of heat. And Yeah, and it pulses out like in like this big heat wave, and makes Mari's heart start beating again.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
He has a pulse now. His eyes kind of like flicker open. And he looks up at you.
You broke your promise. And then she
Doesn't
uses
count
one of
as-
her wraps and ties him to the tree.
As you're dragging him over to the tree to tie him to it, he's like, first of all, it doesn't count if it's forced. Second of all, I'm fine, obviously. Third of all, kinky? And he's like looking very out of it. And you tie him to a tree with your scarf. Skylar.
I have like one scarf left on me, like at this point. Like this has just been like slowly throughout the day. Like she's been removing layers and layers of clothes.
Okay. Yeah. You do this. Skylar. Your feet hit the bottom of this ladder.
And she's gonna immediately whip around as fast as she can and look at all the directions.
Yeah. There's like a door basically like right next to it. Umiko is coming down above you.
Her first instinct is to knock, and then she's like, no. And she just swings open the door, or tries to. Is it locked? Can't she just open it?
Yeah, so you swing open this door, and in front of you, you see a large red panel running across the front of this machine. And you realize it's the other side of the lens. And in front of it, you see screens, large panels similar to the one that Fen had in their hand earlier. You also see a number of the red scarves look up at you when the door swings open.
Do I
How-
see this? Like, whereabouts am I?
You see the door open, but you see the door open, you haven't seen
Yeah,
inside.
what is it?
And Fen, you just dodged out of the way of the mech. The body is now on the ground.
Okay. I'm gonna try and climb it.
Oh, much easier to get footing. Only a close challenge of 2 this time.
Which may still not make it.
Oh, you rolled 3 4s earlier.
I did. Alright. There we go.
Hey, that'll do it. Yeah. That totally would have done it either way. You're good. You get up to the top.
Okay.
We're not playing around anymore. You get up to the top of this machine.
Scramble over to this hatch because I look around and neither of my friends are up here, and there's just a hole. I'm just gonna peer down, and just be like, "Hey, it's on the ground. Y'all okay?"
There's this hatch, and Umiko is down the ladder. Skylar has just opened a door, and yep. Y'all can respond. I'll let you do that.
Skylar, what is it? You made a weird eep sound.
Umiko, you reached the bottom.
Yeah, I sort of like poke my head up and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that.
And she sort of puts her hand on Skylar's shoulder and pulls her back down and lowers herself out of this door as well, like this hatch. I have another signature move.
Okay.
I'd like to pull Skylar down away from this hatch with myself. Just okay. Duck. And I'm going to do something very similar and just reach up again and draw this water from the earth and try and almost project this sphere into the room. And I want to start crushing everything in it, including the electronics.
Okay. Yeah, so the way I'm going to rule this is I'm going to have you roll a Flames challenge of 3 to see how much of the mech you affect. But because this is your signature move, it'll happen.
Okay. I don't think I've got anything to add to that other than reflexes don't really work because that's not something she's exactly doing. And I can't really say Sixth Sense for danger because I can see it. So I'm just going to roll a straight 3d6. Can I re-roll, please?
You can.
How many re-rolls I have? I need to check. Oh, re-rolling.
Okay.
I think I've only got one after this. Oh, this is not going to go well. How many have I got? Hang on, I've just used 2. I've got 1 left.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay. So what happens? You send this crushing ball of energy through this room. And as it like forms and moves, the people are destroyed in a gruesome, crushing manner that I will not describe from a storytelling perspective. But it is. That's not what people are supposed to look like.
Umako's not looking. She's literally just like putting her hand up and probably covering both her and Skylar's head.
Skylar, are you looking?
No. I think when Skylar was informed to duck, she
Okay.
duck and covered as dramatically as
Probably good. Yeah, as this ball forms through the room, but there's no sound of it, just the sound of bones crunching, and it ends not long after. Fen, you're on your way down when you see this happen, and when they look up, the room is, well, some of the panels are still intact. The people are not. Mari's not going to do anything for his turn because he's tied to a tree.
Good.
He's probably talking to himself and complaining about it.
Quit your grumbling. I have work to do.
Grumble! Sierra, what are you doing?
So Sierra is going to make her way over to she's going to make her way over to where everyone else is. And I don't know when she'll get there in relation to what just happened.
I think Fen's like at the bottom of the ladder, just kind of like staring at this mess.
I don't know how efficient Umiko is anymore because she's used 2 signature moves, so I think she's starting to get real weak.
Yeah.
So Sierra will sorry guys, I have hiccups. I'm like really trying to control it. But she's it's hard to focus. She's gonna walk. How is everyone all right? Is everyone all right? And kind of look around, trying to like count to see, make sure everyone's there. Oh my god, I can't.
And Mako's probably just like starting to feel a bit nauseous.
Gross.
She didn't look at it, but she's sort of trying not to picture it, and obviously lightheaded because she's used to a lot of energy.
Gonna step in and just kind of look back and forth like through this doorway and just kind of put myself in front of my friends.
It's pretty gory.
You just hear, please don't judge me. Like, as she sort of just rests her head on Skylar's shoulder, like, I really hurt.
I'm just gonna like reach a hand back and just like pat her shoulder.
Yeah, she's like, thank
Okay.
you.
What happened? It's over? We're done?
No. She's trying not to be sick.
Yeah. The mech still is making noise like it's on, but the people are no longer alive or human shaped.
So is it Skylar and Fen and Umiko inside the mech then, and Sierra is still outside with Mare?
Yeah, I think Sierra was calling in to see how things are going, right?
Well, yeah, she like walked up. She like walked to like meet where everyone else was. Sorry, I was
Okay.
having trouble expressing that.
Okay, sorry, yes. Okay, so sure. Since the way this is going, I think you're able to get up to the top okay eventually. Sierra's got some hidden strength and touched base with everyone at the bottom of this hatch.
Oh my.
Also, hello, Raiders.
Hi, Raiders, welcome.
Please take your seat.
Carnage. How
think
did you do this
Skylar-
then?
I just got here.
I think Skylar would look up, and maybe throw up, and then try to make her way to some of these panels to start ripping them off of the wall, since the mech still seems to be on.
Yeah, no, I think I would. I'd like to look at one of these panels that's still like on, if there's any kind of like rhyme or reason to like rather distinguishing whether these guys were steering it or if they were just riding inside it and it was like it had a destination.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so the way this is gonna work is, Skylar, how are you deciding what to destroy, basically?
I would say she's not really making decisions. She's just destroying things.
Could I try and like get her to like wait?
Yeah, I mean, like if you asked her to stop, she'd be like,
Yeah,
Oh.
okay.
"It's still on. We need to turn it off."
Yeah, still on, but it's not doing anything.
Oh, off button. Actually, is there an off button?
There might be. That's what I'm looking for.
You can pick your way across the room towards these panels, Fen. And I'm going to ask you to roll me a Flames challenge of 2 as you get to this first screen that looks like a larger version of the one that you picked up from this other mech.
Okay. I'm not sure if there's anything that I can possibly add to this. Because I've only seen like outer workings of mechs. I am not familiar with how they really like are put together, other than
You've
like
never seen a hollow space in a mech like this before.
No. So I'm just gonna roll the 3. Well, I intuit real good.
You do. You look at this screen and you take in several things about it. First of all, there is a string of code running across the top of it. You can't distinguish what it means, but you get the sense that it's something about how this mech particularly is functioning. You also see a similar diagram to the one on your small screen. That same effect where the red started small from a circle in the middle and slowly works its way out every time the line passes it until it takes over the entire screen. You see several dots that have just like gone black now, and you see a number of other dots like further back in the decay. You also see an arrow, just like a little tab button in the corner.
If I touch it, does it respond?
It does.
Oh.
You see another panel come up. Same image.
I'll look around and just like,
It's like the same like panel.
No, yeah, but they're still very surprised.
Yeah. So the screen moves. It changes. And you see a similar pattern, but it's not the one on your screen. There's the arrow at the bottom again. The code at the top is the same. The decay on this starts much smaller, and when it it expands, there's like on the last screen you saw kind of like a red line where the decay as you knew it to be was, right? Here the decay is much smaller, closer to the center circle. And geographically, it doesn't look like a place you recognize, but there is a button in the corner. Again, another arrow.
I'm gonna press that one. I'm gonna just like exhaust these options.
You pull up another screen. Similarly to the last, a circle in the middle, the red line of the decay, and each time the line passes, the decay gets bigger and bigger until it overcomes the full screen. This time, though, you see an X just outside the edge of this growing decay. And you recognize the area as the area surrounding Mellowary.
Does everybody else see all of this?
Yeah, you can see Fen like tabbing through as long as you're looking.
I don't think Umiko is.
Is this... Are there more of them?
Well, there was the one in Mellowary.
Well, we didn't know there was a decay in Mellowary, or by Mellowary, but it got attacked. So maybe there was. Maybe each screen is a different decay. It's not just one.
I mean, looking at it, I never went up that way. I was always...
This is everywhere.
Well, at least there's at least 3, and that means
There's at least 5.
Oh.
You tab through 2 more times. You don't recognize the areas surrounding, but you do recognize the same features as on previous screens.
Okay. Are they targets? Like,
I mean, there has to be something that got this started in each of those places, and it's growing out from there. Those dots in the middle, that must be like the source of it or whatever, but I don't know how we're gonna get to any of them, let alone 5 of them. Wait. The machines weren't affected? we drive it?
If it was one like this, sure.
I mean, if we stay here, we'll have to clean it up, of course.
Well, yeah.
The lines of code at the top of each screen are hard to decipher. There are a lot of numbers, and it's hard to say exactly what they mean. There are a number of light boards, panels, buttons, levers, all next to this. This radar is most central to the mech itself.
I don't even know if this one still can walk or move or... I don't know what Mari did, but it was powerful.
He's such a bad boy.
Just gonna like look. Oh,
Be nice. He was just trying to help.
He broke a promise. I don't deal well with broken promises.
oh.
Lots of buttons, lots of levers.
Yeah.
Can I just pull one?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, you can just pull one. Here, let me roll something. Let me roll something. Let me just roll. It's 3d5. That's not gonna do any good. Okay. So there's like kind of a whirring sound as this something inside the mech changes, and it just goes and seems to affect the internal, but does not do anything to the screens.
Well, it made a sound. That's a start.
Yeah, I mean, it's still reacting to stuff.
It might take us some time to learn how to use this thing.
Yeah, well, if... Yeah, but... We need to do something.
What's our target?
Well, I'm thinking if the decay doesn't affect the machines, maybe we can... Maybe that's how they were getting around. The red scarves, maybe they were in a machine. And that's how they get through the decay.
Maybe. I push a button.
Okay. Yeah, let me roll and see what this button does.
She just like kind of like reaches to the nearest wall and just like not breaking eye contact with Skylar.
Yeah. It feels like the machine tries to like jerk under you, but it can't find its footing. It seems to be grounded.
Oh, that one seems like it's useful.
I think we might have broken it too much.
Which was the plan.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
before.
Mission accomplished. We saved the encampment from
this one.
this one.
Yeah, but all those decays that are left.
Well, we'll just have to save the world.
But how? We barely made it through this fight.
Well,
And-
now we've learned, and we'll do better.
Omako's just like face down, like, I'm okay. I swear I'm okay.
Maybe you should hold your frog.
Mare is outside, tied
She
to a
is.
tree.
Scarfed to a tree.
Scarfed to a tree. What are y'all gonna do?
Well, I'm gonna climb back up the ladder and see if there's anything else coming this way, because I'm not convinced this is the last of this, like, war party.
Yeah, so you faced a wave of machines a lot like this in Mellowary. But from your vantage point at the top of this mech, you can't see anything, and your small screen doesn't seem to reflect anything either. But it does occur to you that your small screen still works, even though it's no longer connected to the mech that it belonged to.
Is there a way to, like, zoom out on it? Are there buttons? Are there, like...
This screen does not seem as advanced or detailed as the one that you were looking at. Like, there are no lines of code, no additional pages, things like that.
He's gonna turn around, just like, yeah. No. You can decide, what happened to the cat and the bear?
Crushed completely by the body of this machine.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look around for Mare, being told that he was down there somewhere.
You see Mare tied to a tree with Sierra scarves. Hey, Fen.
Hi.
I shout out, don't talk to him, he's been bad.
You're not my mom.
Ow.
Hang tight, buddy. Well, kind of to both Ray and our the rest of our party. I don't see anything else coming. I think for now it's safe. I don't think this thing's moving anywhere.
Maybe we should just head back to camp. And then we'll come up with a plan and we'll save the world just like we said we would.
I'm sorry.
I think Skylar's still poking around inside this thing, seeing if she can find, like, if they had stored any gear in here, or if there's anything that seems to pop out, or like...
Could you roll me, like, a flames challenge of 2?
Yeah, I'm just gonna... Oh. I've got rerolls left. I'm gonna use that.
You do have rerolls left. I do too, so...
I have one more left, I think. I think that's right. Yeah. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, with that, there are a number of things you can pick up. First of all, you don't recognize this code. There's nothing you can do with it right now. But you do see Fen's smaller version of the device that is still working and not attached to a mech.
Mm-hmm.
And you've studied harder things before.
Yeah, chords are just like people, right? They're like veins. Like, things plug into each other. You just don't want to rip off the wrong one.
It's actually a lot how the Dynama connects to itself too. You also start to kind of like put together that, like, okay, big red button, probably gonna power down the mech.
So I think that's the first thing she's gonna do, because if she's gonna try and pop this screen out, she doesn't want to electrocute herself in the process.
Yeah. Okay, you hit the big red button, and with some whirring, the other lights go off. The radar is still on.
And then she's gonna get to work trying to get it out of there. Probably trying to use the Dynama to help her see the inner workings of it, just like she would with a person.
Yeah, this is
So
like
distracted by the
surgery in a way, right? Like it's just removing it carefully. I'm gonna say that it ties to your successful intelligence roll to make it happen, though. So you're able to remove this screen, and it's it's decently sized, but you can take it with you. And as the machine slowly powers down around you, the lights turn off, the whirring sounds begin to slow, and the control board flickers to black. All of the weapons power down, and it seems to be, well, harmless now.
And I guess Skylar would try and finagle her way back out of there with the screen, probably gesturing for Umiko to come with her and help her out. And
Get up out of the gore fest.
It's rather dark in here.
Umiko's just not with it at all. Just mindly tries to follow. Her arm hurts. She feels really sick, so she's just.
Yeah.
If you're having a hard time, I will gladly come and pick you up and carry you up this ladder. The cat returned. Cat napped.
Oh
He's
god,
being
yeah.
so freaking bad today.
Oh no.
But yeah,
Oh, Lily doesn't
Umiko,
want to-
Umiko, if anything, will reach for Fen, not looking at Fen, just be like,
I gotcha. And I'll help you up this ladder, whether that means carrying you up or helping however you seem to want.
She's just making noises.
Fresh air. Yep. Much better up here.
If there's water, that would be even better.
Well, we know there is a river not far off. We sure have been here a while.
I don't care. She's just sort of. I think because she's used 2 lots of this, she's lolling in and out of consciousness anyway.
Okay. I think since we are. I'm gonna just kind of motion to follow, I suppose, because I don't know what the plan is, but we gotta kind of catch up to our survivors, I guess, and
I'd like to find Brun.
yep. We can walk and talk.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah,
Yes.
Skylar.
Well,
Skylar just has this screen and she just keeps flipping through.
Skylar.
Yeah.
Put the screen down.
But we know that one's probably Mellowary.
Skylar.
That one's here. And I've been a lot of places. I might recognize where one of the other ones is.
I want to save the world just as much as you do. But we just defeated an army of robots. Mechs. Whatever the word is. We just defeated an army of mechs. You've gone through a lot these last few days. A lot. And it's been very inspiring to watch how you persevere and you're still willing to work, but there's a time for work, but there's a time for rest. And I think now is a time for rest.
But if I stop working, and if I stop moving, and if I stop going forward, then I'm just gonna stop.
I've never agreed with the sentiment more. I've felt that way many times before. I feel it every day. But right now, we just accomplished something great. And we should be proud. And you accomplished something great. I mean, you pushed the big red button, so...
I did push it.
Welcome to the
But-
academy. Please take your seats.
And the screen is portable.
You can take it with you. We'll figure this out. We have
And
each
this
other,
room is very bloody.
and it smells horrible in here.
I'm sorry. Like, you just did like.
Yeah, I mean, let's get out of here at least.
Then, do you carry Umiko off the top of the mech too?
Yes. And I'm
because
just
we all
heading.
wanted you to.
Okay, cool. I'm heading towards the usual river spot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you walk past
really
Mare
annoying.
tied to a tree, and he
Umiko
looks
wave.
up at you and goes, "Hey, Fen,
You doing all right there, buddy?
Umiko, Feniko."
Yeah, I think it's best if you just stay there.
I'm
Even
tied
if we-
to a tree.
Umiko just waves in a dazed sort of fashion.
He waves back.
Sleep. Others are coming.
I think Sierra's still gonna leave me tied to a tree.
Well, if she does, I'll come back and get you.
Thanks, Fen. And he waves at Umiko again. Y'all make your way to the water. Sierra, Skylar, you emerge with this screen tucked under your arm.
And Skylar is going to see Mare tied to a tree.
Yes.
Don't talk to him,
It's-
he's been bad.
Pretty obvious because he says, Skylar, hey.
And does she see these new burns leading up his side?
Yeah, he's got like all down his front, like just burned hand.
Did you just... And she's going to turn to Sierra. Did you just leave the bullets in him?
Oh. Oh. Oh no. Oh.
Yeah, you should probably untie him from the tree because I'm about to have to cut him open.
Oh. And she's like twirling herself in as she's unwrapping it. She's like wrapping it back on her body, you know.
Hey. Sierra tied me to a tree. She
I
also
see.
burned me.
I see that too.
I don't like it.
I don't like it very much either, but it's what we've got to work with. And I think she probably still saved your life. So, you know, I'd say thank you.
I don't want to say thank you.
I know, I never want to thank Sierra for anything either, but we have to be adults.
Skylar, can you fix me?
I have no idea, but I'm gonna try.
Okay. Thank you, Sierra.
Yeah.
Ben.
Sierra. He's trying.
You're welcome, Moray.
Okay, good. See? Grown-ups.
Sierra. Fen, you and Umiko make it to the nearby stream.
I'm gonna set her down very like gently, just like partway in the water, like she likes to sit. Grab her whistle and whistle for Bryn.
Yeah. Okay.
Umiko sort of, again, like she sort of dunks her head in the water briefly and then just pulls it back out. Like, I'm really sorry.
For what?
I didn't follow the plan. And I killed people. Like a lot of people.
I don't know how else we were gonna get out of that. And I think you saved the rest of us a lot of
I mean, there's got to be another way. You don't just kill people outright. And I did. I didn't. She's like, I'm horrible. I didn't give them a second thought. At all. I am now, like, but I didn't think beforehand.
I don't think there's anything I can possibly say to make it any better, but none of us work in black and whites, and you're not bad for acting on an instinct that saved the rest of us and stop that huge thing from destroying any more lives.
Is Malay okay? He was tied to a tree.
He's gonna be fine.
But we're all alive, right?
Mm-hmm. And for the most part, well, except for you looking at this
I'm
shoulder and
yeah.
stuff, like you are clearly exhausted and all of this, and Mare, I don't unharmed, which is amazing.
I got shot in the arm. It hurts.
Yeah, that I think Skylar should probably look into that whenever she can, but
I would appreciate it. So, what do we do next? Do we go find more mechs?
not today.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere today. Like, she just sort of shakes her head.
I can never really be sure with you, so I'm saying not today.
That's fair enough. I'm not very good, as I said, at understanding people in social situations.
Getting better. Like I said, practice.
I need a lot of practice. She just sort of like, ow. She sort of tries to move her arm a little bit.
I don't know. Is there anything I can do?
Can you fix an arm?
Well, no. I mean, I could set one if it was like out of place, but
Question, is it out of place? To Renee?
No, it's
Okay.
just there's
a
just
hole.
Yeah, just a nice big hole in it.
I don't think you want me to do anything about that. I'm holding up other arm. I'm good at breaking things, not so much anything else. But I can sit here with you until the rest of our friends come, and hopefully Bryn comes back.
He'll come back. I'm the one who feeds him.
Makes sense.
And Emiko just sort of pats the ground while water next to her, like underneath her. Is like, okay, that would be nice because I can't walk anywhere right now.
Well, I'm just, rather than kneeling, I'll just plop down next to you and just kind of like lean support. Because I think at this point it's just like, wow, we just did that.
Yeah, it's the realization of, oh my god. And she probably leans slightly against Fen as well. And it's just like, we killed a mech. More
That
than
was a
one.
big one.
That was a big one.
Big.
I don't think I realized what it was we were facing until we faced it.
Yeah. I'm still pretty amazed that we pulled it off at all.
I'm so surprised we're alive. I was terrified beforehand. Now I'm just tired and achy.
I think we'll figure out what it is we're doing later.
So, we've defeated a giant mech, some other mechs, and whatever it is we've done in like the past 2 weeks. I know Sierra said we're a squad. Does that mean we're friends as well?
Well, I thought we were friends anyway, but they seem. At
I
least
didn't
Sierra
want to
seems-
assume. I don't know what these words really mean.
Sierra doesn't seem to want to say the words, so
Oh,
didn't. But
okay. That's
she may still not want to. That's something we could ask her.
maybe. So, and she just sort of holds out her hand, is like, friends.
My hand, yours, friends.
Yeah, she just sort of holds your hand and puts it both back into the water because her arm hurts, and she just still just holds both the hands together in the water. It's like, I really hope they bring food.
And then we cut back to Skylar and Sierra and Mare. What's going on there?
I'm hungry.
Well, then why don't you go find some food? Maybe you should bring some food to the other folks. I've got to.
Listen.
Hey, you're gonna cut me
Relax.
open.
Yeah, I kind of have to cut you open before those things get any worse. If it starts to heal over, it's just gonna get harder.
Is it really? Maybe it can wait a day. I think we're all kind of tired. No.
What?
I think you'll. Unless. Oh. All right. If you
Mara
have a
gets as
scalpel, I
close
can
to you as
clean it for you.
possible, Skylar. Like as close to you as possible, and just says, "Am I gonna die?"
You're not gonna die.
Here's the deal.
Okay.
If you want to do this now, we can do this now.
And we kind of have to do that. He's got bullets inside of him.
Listen, I don't know what that means, but if you want me to clean your tools, then I'm here to clean them.
Everything Sierra sounds naughty.
Yeah, I think we need to do this now. He's getting weirder by the second.
Ow.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're gonna sterilize all the things.
And okay, let's do like an overall roll for how surgery goes. With an assist, you get a die for an assistance with Sierra helping.
This is where
But-
Mare dies.
So close.
Okay. So I have an assist from Sierra. I'm assuming it's a flames, right?
Yes, it is a flames challenge. We're gonna make it a flames challenge of 3. This is decently difficult surgery.
And I have med training, so that brings me up to 6 already.
Do have medical training, so
Whoa.
that was terrible.
Yeah, it was. And I don't have any rerolls left.
Do I? Hang on, don't kill Mare on the last
No,
one.
you don't. I do though.
I do as well.
I have D6s.
You're re-rolling. This is my character.
Just don't let that be the end of this. Killing Mare.
Surgery boy. Okay, re-roll that d6.
Okay, and I've got D6s left.
No, you're gonna re-roll again.
Oh,
Because
there we go.
Hey,
4. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's much better. That's a success.
boy gotta live.
Okay. You're still good. Yeah, you're good. You're good. This surgery is successful. Yay! Mare doesn't die. But it is like you do have to work to get all of these bullets out, and there are a number of them. He got a good spray there that Skierrla like burned and covered. But you're pretty confident that you've gotten all of them. And he is pretty well and passed out now, but that's much better than fevered Mare talking. So you take the wins where you can get them.
Yeah, I mean, at least now he's not saying odd things.
Yes. At least he's not speaking.
That's not exactly what I said.
I'm pretty sure that's what you meant. We are on the we're on the same wavelength, you know.
How many times do I wish that I could make people just stop speaking?
I know, right? I think that all the time.
Me too.
Sometimes the Dynama blesses us with gifts that we ask for, and sometimes not so much.
Yep. Like opening a portal with the whole bunch of us here. It's a blessing.
It is a blessing in disguise.
A really, really big, gauzy, scarfy disguise.
You know, if I'm being honest, when we first went through that portal, I thought I was in a nightmare. In fact, I thought I was in a nightmare until yesterday morning. But over the course of the last day and a half, I've really grown to like all of you.
We're not that bad.
I'm glad you tolerate us now.
Yesterday morning, when the entire camp burned down, I realized this isn't a nightmare.
Yeah.
That's when it's realized. That's when it hit me that I could potentially die. And but
I love Skierrla so goddamn much.
And
But-
I think Skylar looks at her and she's just like, I understand what you mean, but I think I started off thinking of this as the next adventure. And now, and she looks down to the data pad that's laying on the ground next to them, and she's like, and now I think a nightmare is more accurate.
Again, I wish there was more I could do to help you. It's interesting. When I don't know someone, I'm able to help them easily, but I feel like with you, it's hard.
Can you not figure out how to whisper to my soul? I'm so complicated.
I mean, I don't know if it's that or, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but
Or maybe it's
I'm
because you
he-
care, because we're friends.
yeah. And you can talk to me, and I won't say obnoxious things that I sometimes say. You can talk to me, and I'll listen if you want to, considering all that's happened to you.
Thank you, Sierra. But I think you were right before. I think maybe today, now that this is dealt with, and she just gestures to all of Mare passed out. Maybe it's time for rest. And we can figure out the rest tomorrow.
Now you're thinking like a hero. Should we grab the others?
Brune does come. It's just more minutes than we had for that scene. And so the two of them are able to make their way back with
Welcome to the academy.
reindeer
Please take
in
your seat.
tow.
And I think when they come back, they see probably Sierra and Skylar arguing over trying to cook food.
I'm back at camp. I'm
Kind
Yeah.
of fire, and Skylar's like, "I swear to God, the bark tastes fine."
Yeah, I was about to say Umiko leans forward to Fen, because she couldn't hold on like herself. It's like, she's not cooking bark, is she?
I'm afraid she is.
Well, our choices here are the bark, or somebody goes and looks for another goose, and we know how that keeps turning out.
You know what? I'll go find the goose.
No, you're not going anywhere else today. It's not
Fine.
that bad.
It's very chewy.
Ultimately, find yourselves sitting down for a meal of bark and berry.
Much to Umiko's distaste. You know, I could have caught fish.
Well, I'm glad that whatever we're eating, that we're all here and well enough. And she kind of gestures to Umiko's arm.
Is it? You're right, the bark isn't that bad.
When you're
Mari
hungry,
grumbles.
everything is fine.
Yeah.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Have we recovered our other people at some point this evening? So they're not running for their lives anymore?
Did you?
I would like to.
Okay, yeah, how do you do that?
Well, unless anyone wants to come with me, Umiko is staying
Am I
here.
allowed? I got
No.
to say, am I actually... Okay. Umiko
No.
very stroppily
Apparently not
sits
allowed.
down and holds her arm out for Skylar.
You've got to deal with that. I'll go find our people.
The kids.
The
Yeah.
kids and the dozen or so other people who lived.
You're able to find them and bring them back pretty quickly. They are shocked, relieved, tired from their little expedition, even though they didn't go too far. And they all settle in as well for a rather sparse meal. But leave you mostly to yourselves. They tend to kind of spare glances over as you took down this huge mech and they can sleep in their homes tonight, and that's pretty bonkers.
I'm just imagining Jaden, Will Smith, posing at this giant mech, just being like,
What do you think they did? How cool are they? Yeah, Jaden. I mean, Jaden is fairly solemn. He's it's probably the most solemn you've seen him, save like the funeral yesterday. But he just like he's very seriously taking care of these people and making sure like he touches base with everyone, make sure that they have a plate of food, make sure that they're doing okay, sees if they need any herbs. I mean, he is attentive, and every now and then he kind of looks over to you, Fen, just to like make sure he's doing okay, that he's being helpful.
I am proud of him, and I tell him so.
He gives kind of a sheepish grin, but then he like schools his face back into that serious and says, I'm gonna take care of him.
I know you will.
Just remember, Jaden. And she looks over at Skierrla. She's like, even heroes need to rest sometimes.
That they
Just hit him. Go, ow!
Oh, I'm sorry. Missed a stitch.
I hate this.
And Skierrla will kind of like lean in towards Jaden as if like he was like a small child and be like, and
I'm just like
also-
squinting so hard at you.
and also your lucky numbers are 2, 1, 4, and 5.
Squint less.
Thank you, Soul Whisperer. And with that, we'll end Dynama.
We did.
And we're alive.
We're
You're
alive.
alive. You're alive and doing okay, and I left a lot of room for more stories. So.
Yeah.
I have to say, I love that that's what we ended on because
Yeah.
I think that was the moment. That was the moment in the show where I was like, "This is gonna be great."
I think. Yeah, I don't know what to think. I'm sad.
Oh my god.
It's not okay.
That just happened.
So that was a
So
lot.
much more to do.
Thank you so much for like staying up with us. I know this ran a little long. We had kind of a weird outage and then a bathroom break and a lot of content to get through, but thank you for sticking with us. This was the finale and it was special, and I think we all want to see more. Just put simply. Let's maybe if we could go around really quickly and kind of say a few quick things. I'll go first just because, but then we're gonna, okay, I'm sorry. I'm just like so feeling right now. I have so many emotions and thoughts. We're gonna hop on over to the Discord to talk about some of our favorite moments from today's game and maybe from the show overall, because we have a lot that we love about this game and each other. So we'll be there after this, but I just wanted to say a huge thank you to this incredible cast. This has been an experience like no other. This is the first time I've ever run like a finale of any kind to any campaign. It's the first time I've run a campaign that's not D&D, and it's the first time I've run a campaign on stream. So it was the first for me in a lot of ways, and probably one of like the roughest emotional, physical, mental times in my life, like in the past few years. So thank you all for bearing with me through all of the health issues and the surgery and everything. But like, golly gee, I could depend on these people, these friends, this Dynama family that surrounds me right now. And I cannot rave enough about how incredible they are, the incredible role play, the incredible characters, and the story that we got to tell. So thank you for coming along for the ride. Kelly, do you have anything you want to say?
Oh goodness. This has been such a wonderful experience on this show, with these people, and like just thinking about how far we've come from the beginning, and how we've several of us have actually had some really rough weeks here in the middle, and we all just kept showing up. And I think it's because, at least I know for me, I knew that being here with all of you was gonna pick me up more than anything else. And kind of put the pieces back together again when I've been struggling. And to go from one very first time together talking to Jay, I realized that like my character sheet literally was gonna make it, so I had to sass Sierra all the time. And I was like, oh god, I hope this is okay, I'm really sorry. And it started, and Jay and I went from like constantly checking in and apologizing to each other to just laying it on.
Yeah.
And just seeing everyone grow as characters, and knowing just how much I've grown as a role player from being here and being on with this group of people, and just the power that you get from feeling safe with the players that you're with, and what that allows you to do has just been really wonderful for me. So, and it's not just feeling safe with you all on stream, it's also feeling so safe and so loved by the people in chat who have been here with us every step of the way, cheering us on. It's just been really wonderful.
Yeah.
So I said I was going to break down and cry.
No, I get it. I'm probably gonna cry as soon as we're
Kelly.
done. I'm like doing like the finale thing, like make it through. Chat has been amazing. Thank you all so much for those signature moves and a lot of the epic moments that we saw. That's all thanks to you. So y'all are amazing. Julie, do you have anything you want to say?
Really just building on what Kelly said every week. We've definitely all had moments where even just like chatting in our Discord, just like, hey, I'm not doing great today, and just like this wave of support from every direction. I felt that there. I felt that on the show. I felt so safe, and like just the trust that we've built just among this group in this game, where we can. It's really, I just feel really blessed to be part of something like this, where I can. I don't know. Let loose is the wrong term for this character, but at least I've definitely felt a lot of growth personally, and it's all thanks to you guys.
Jay, do you have anything you'd like to share?
Yeah. This has been such an amazing experience. When like going into this show, I had only done like 2 one-shots in this channel, and I didn't really know any of you, and I was really nervous. Like I was really nervous. But like, oh my god, it has been so liberating. Like it's just been such a crazy experience just to like have friends and just this community, and like the chat and the chat like is like all of you guys have been so great, and it's just so much. Yeah, I just have so much fun, and it's like honestly, like on those bad days, like it's such a thing to look forward to, like every single time. Like I just like, at least I have Dynama on Wednesday. Like at least I have Dynama on Wednesday. Yeah, and yeah, it's the real reward is the friends you make along the way. It's so like cheesy, but it's like real. It's so real. Yeah, and I'm just like so like I couldn't be more grateful to have been a part of this. yeah, and yeah, that's been awesome.
And Alice, will you close us out? Hashtag Feniko, hashtag Dynama Season 2.
I was about to say, could chat please just plug Dynama Season 2, please? So, because I would like to see that hashtag more.
I will be using the hashtag on Twitter.
You're the one who started Eden Season 2. I believe it. Like...
Pretty sure I also started hashtag Feniko though, so
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a social media manager, what up?
I think I will make it happen. But yes, this has been one of my favorite games ever. Everyone here in this game, these 4 people right here are some of my favorite people in the whole world. So, and it's just made, like, again, I think like all of us, like Scrat and I have had such shit time since before Christmas, and this honestly brings my week up every single time. It is like Jay said, it's, oh no, this shit's happening, but it's okay because we've got Dynama tomorrow. That's what this is. And yeah, I love it so much. Renee, you're a masterful DM. I think that needs to be said. Thank you. That needs to be said. You're all absolutely wonderful people, and if there is an opportunity for Dynama Season 2, hell yes, I want to do it. And I think there's just been such wonderful characters in this game. And again, I feel very, very safe in this group and in this academy. I feel like I can roleplay, and I can do it here. And it just what makes me want to know more of the story. So, and I love that. I love that feeling where you really don't want a game to end. And I apologize for how many times you have seen Scrat run across the bed and try and grab my cat, who is a bit of a bitch every single time we play Dynama, because she is fine most of the rest of the time. It's just Dynama. So yeah, I'd love to see those hashtags more often and see them on Twitter or wherever. And chat, thank you for keeping me alive in the decay, because I really almost died big time. So, and just thank you for being here, because it's down to chat and our sponsors supporting us that means we can do this, and means we can do it means we can do stories like this, and I love it. So other than that, we'll have to say for now, yes, go Jay, go.
Sorry, I have one quick thing to add. On the topic of support, just another quick reminder to check out the GoFundMe for the music for next season. I'm composing it and producing it, and I really want to make something awesome for you guys, and so please support.
And that game is gonna be great.
It's gonna be an awesome game, and it's gonna have awesome music, so please check out the GoFundMe. If
music is such an impactful thing, which is why we want to make this happen. We feel it can really, there's so much coming on season 3 that I can't talk about yet, but I'm so excited for. And as much as this is ending, it's always going to be something really special to me. So yes, please go check out the GoFundMe. But other than that, please see all the links in our chat to the Discord, the Twitter, you name it, all the links are going to be there. We're going to head over to the Discord in a second, and we would love to hear chat's favorite bits. That's also one of my favorite things, so can we please hear about that? Our wonderful sponsors are Bird in the Storm and Mayhem Press. And yeah, until this is the lot, we've got only a few games left for the end of season 2, so keep evoking emotions, everyone, and we'll see you later. Bye.